Hey, it's Matthew Arthur, seasoned entrepreneur. So today, it happened, I woke up with a flu. Actually, this one's not as bad as others, and like usually I've had some shockers in the past, I'm sure we all have. The last time I had a flu where I was out for 5 days or so because of the flu and the hay fever, I realized that one good thing that can come out of it, I mean, there's a couple of good things, one is just, you could just try to strengthen your willpower and all that stuff. Usually I just get angry, but got to get better at that. But what I was able to use it as a catalyst to filter out things that I'm doing that are lower leverage. Because what I found happens is that we know this concept of, you want to be doing high leverage tasks and all that, but you don't really know if something's a high leverage task or activity until you've done it for a while sometimes, until you build up that experience. When I came back the last time I was really sick, I had 3 to 5 days, if you will, of just banked up stuff. And it's there are two ways I could look at it. One is I could just try to catch up on everything. Or the other, which is what I did, is go, okay, I've lost all this momentum. So let's take a look and what actually needs to be done. And what stuff just doesn't need to be done anymore. Or what stuff is just lower value, it's lower priority. I used it as a catalyst to essentially reassess and then based on the experience, review what's low leverage and what's the high leverage that we keep going, and then build from there. So that's this video. Recording this while I'm a bit unwell. This one's not too bad, at least so far. But yeah, that is this one today. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm back a week later, and okay, so I'm back a week later, and I was way sicker than I thought I was going to be. I was out for a week. Whoa! Yeah, I was out for a week, which wasn't great. But what you do find out is what are some of the flaws in your business, what can operate without you or what can't operate without you. No better way to find that out. So, and if you're a friend or family member who's watching this video and you might have seen me in person the last few days and you're thinking, oh no, did Matt get me sick? It's okay. These videos are published 4 weeks after they're recorded. So if you're watching this now, I was sick 4 weeks ago. What was really interesting was the sales team member who works with my business. He was able to operate autonomously. He not even just called leads and booked appointments and everything. He actually closed a deal. So he brought in his second client in 2 weeks, which is really cool. That was actually interesting. I was kind of surprised with that. What I wasn't surprised with, but now I need to be more prepared for, was the delivery. So the ongoing ads management for our clients just stopped basically. I was working on revamping our process and upgrading this and doing that. And I basically just got sick right in the thick of that process, which was not great. I think when you do get sick, it's an opportunity to, when coming back to things, to go, okay, what changes should be made now? And I think I was getting a little bit carried away in terms of trying to upgrade delivery, not in a bad way. I still think it's important, but I think I was getting a little bit caught in the weeds of me looking at this and that and trying to upgrade this. The amount of effort and time for where we're at now is appropriate to put at least a process in place and then start getting someone else to start taking the reins a bit. So what I've done as a result is that the main delivery guy, I've essentially offered him, and he's accepted a mini promotion, if you will. So he's going to be the delivery specialist. So he'll be in charge of ads management, the CRM, helping clients get set up in the CRM and providing that support, funnel building, all that delivery style stuff in terms of the tech, if you will. Now, I still need to be involved because it's such a core part of the business, and the business has really high standards for this, and that still needs to be enforced, for lack of a better term. And the delivery person will still need to, understand the standard and keep upskilling, essentially. He's aware of that, and that's all part of the parcel. But what this, I think, will do is it will enable me to take a bit more of a step back. I'll still have to be tactical and in the weeds to a general degree. But I think what this will do, it will enable me to focus on growing other... Whoa! What this will do is it will enable me to grow the business by not just being stuck in the weeds all the time. But what this will also do is it will enable me to be more hands-on with our clients, who we're helping them grow their businesses, because we've launched this new offer, which is actually
proving to be quite popular, where it's like a small amount up front, and then the rest is like a commission basis to us. The offer essentially is to, let's say, a buyer's agent. You want to start getting clients, amazing. How this works is that you just pay us a once off, which, by the way, if you take all these actions, like you call the leads, you follow up with the leads, all this stuff, it's all in the agreement. You actually get a full refund of the fee you pay us if you don't get X number of clients. It's currently 2, but I might play around with things, whatever makes sense. They still need to fund the ad spend. After, they start getting clients, they pay us 10%. So it's a commission-based program where our success is linked to our client's success. So me being a bit more hands-off in terms of like the overall ad management and the CRM and all that tech stuff, which is really important, by the way. I've learned all that stuff and put in the reps. And I mean, there's always more to learn, but I know the CRM like the back of my hand, pretty much, at least what's important. And that's all well and good, but I think it's time for someone else to start taking a bit of carriage so I can focus on the other things which are needed even for our clients, such as when we have the fortnightly meetings, going through the marketing numbers, going through the sales numbers, checking the sales tracker, making sure that the clients are actually calling the leads, make sure that the clients are actually saying the right things when they call the leads. So providing the sales support as well. And that could even be just ensuring that our clients are in the right frame of mind. Being a business owner can be lonely sometimes, and what can happen is you can fluctuate. So, one day a business owner might feel like they're on fire, calling the leads, it's all good. Next day, they might read something online or have a bad experience and they get deflated and they're like, do I ever want to call these leads? And, they pay for all these leads but don't call them until like 5 days afterwards because they went through a mental slump. By having like the fortnightly meetings and everything, holding them accountable, but helping them with meet a standard that's not just going to help them make money, but also obviously help us, which is essentially the idea where everyone wins. The delivery, I'm still going to have to be involved. Probably still have to review ad designs, give feedback, because again, there's an extremely high standard that the business is going to have, and that doesn't just come naturally. People still need to learn stuff. When you're the business owner, unless you've already got I think a really established business where you've got a nice bit of cash you can dip into, you're probably not going to be able to get that really, really good talent up until that point. I just don't think that's really possible. But what you can get is a lot of potential then with the right offer. So like whether it's rev share, partial retainer, partial comms, whatever, that kind of stuff, plus ongoing training, then you can, work with people on that. So definitely not fully out of it, but I think by not having to be involved in all the little stuff, that's really going to help grow the business. So we'll see what happens. Could be a success, could be a total failure. Okay, bye.